Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and happy holidays to everybody watching. The last week has been quite crazy for myself. A lot of family stuff, a lot of relationship stuff. So I know I haven't been uploading, but we are here today to focus on two of my favorite stocks right now. And we're going to go over both of those because they're both trending in different directions. But these are two plays that I have heavy positions in. And the first one we're looking at is actually IGEN, ticker symbol IGEN. Today we are currently up 7%. Markets are still open and everything that has been happening with this stock has been beautiful. If we look at the price action right here, the only thing that really matters here with IGEN is this green line. So our green line is our 50 SMA. Yesterday we closed on top of this line. And so what the 50 SMA indicates is if our price action goes above the 50 and comes back down, it will eventually retest the green line, the 50 SMA, and what you want to see is the price action hold on that level and then eventually bounce up. Once you get that confirmation, that becomes another buying opportunity, an even more larger opportunity to buy more shares because that becomes a confirmation signal. And so yesterday we closed on this line. Today we had to close green. There was no ifs, ands, ors about it. We had to close green. And so today we were sinking during the day. Look how low our price action got. We got all the way down to about 0049. Not only are we above the 50, this is a beautiful doji candle. This is the sign of a reversal. When you see your price action go all the way down, but then you close at the higher point of that price action, that is a great sign. And considering that it's above the 50 SMA, this is exactly what we wanted to see. Our manipulation with IGEN is going to start to settle down. There are a couple things with stocks right now that most people should be aware of. This is a time to either claim your capital losses or roll over your capital gains. And so at the end of the year, each investor is put into a predicament to either hold their position, or if you're down on a position, to claim capital losses, which will then bring your income lower, and so your taxes should be less. And so this is a tax loophole that a lot of investors use, and so that is exactly what we're seeing right now. So there's going to be a lot of volatility with all stocks, not just OTC stocks, but because a lot of OTC stocks stay down for a long period of time, most people do end up selling for a capital loss to offset their capital gains. So you guys already know I'm not selling IGEN. This is my biggest position, but I want you guys to understand that if the price does fluctuate before year's end, there is that harvesting that is going on with stocks. The second thing I want to mention with specifically IGEN is the manipulation. People ask, what does that even mean? How can something be manipulated? So when you have a stock like IGEN, it has an extremely low share float, and then it also has a strong base of long-term shareholders, because we know, looking at our accumulation right here, nobody is selling. So that basically tells me that the shareholder base that we have in IGEN is long on this stock. They are waiting for this to finally blow up, so nobody is selling. But what I also know is that the stock has a very low float. So if you have $20 to $50 to $100,000, you're going to be able to move the share price quite easily, and that is why we see such volatility in a stock like IGEN. On the other hand, when you have a more diluted stock and you have a stock with a lot more outstanding shares and less of a long-term shareholder base, it is harder to move the share price. So when the stock price is going down in the case of IGEN, it looks a lot scarier. But then on the flip side, when it goes up, it's going to go just as fast to the upside. So the swings for these type of stocks are a lot more emotional. But if you understand the concept, you understand that we have been going down on very low volume, which is clear signs of manipulation on a low float stock like IGEN. And so what we want to see today was a green day because we wanted to hold above our 50 SMA. This gives us signs of strength moving forward, that this stock has the ability now to sustain an uptrend. The next thing that I want to talk about here with IGEN is every January 1st, I wanted to look back at the share price to see how much year over year changes we have seen. And so if I go back here to about January 1st, 2020, we had a share price that was around a penny. If I fast forward here and I look at the price action on January 1st, 2021, we had share prices that were in the 0064 range. And so if I fast forward to right now, we are exactly at that same point. So year over year, we've actually seen reductions in share price on IGEN, or we have stayed flat. So all of these intra-year runs have not meant anything on the grand scheme of IGEN price action. So what that means is in the last 3 years, we've seen descending stock price. However, the fundamentals for the company have only gotten better, and we've only seen more contracts come into this company's lap. And I think this is going to be a massive year, this year being 2022 for this company, and I believe there are going to be crazy intra-year swings on this play. Maybe at the end of the year we start to see cool-offs on the share price, but in this year I believe that IGEN is going to break out of this consolidation that we have seen in the last 3 years, and that is based on this substantial rise in accumulation, plus all of the great catalysts within the company, including the contracts. And lastly, just from technical analysis, we have now exploded past our 50 SMA. We have finally landed back on it, and we have shown great strength today, proving that this stock looks like it is heading for an uptrend. And so this was going to be a quick little update on IGEN. This is a stock that I've been watching for a long time, and today was a pretty critical day in my eyes, and so I wanted to explain to you guys why that was. And now the second stock that we're gonna cover here is the one that a lot more people have their eyes on, and that is Humbl stock. Humbl has been getting decimated today, and that is what I love to see. For those individuals like myself who are dedicated to the stock, dedicated long-term holders, this is the best Christmas present that you could possibly get. We are trading at around 8 cents pre-split. So we are trading at such low levels that we haven't seen in over a year, and the price action is looking better than it ever has, in my opinion. Obviously, I have a longer term outlook on this stock, so people who are substantially down on this position may not want to listen to what I'm saying, but I want you to understand this. The price is so low that you can buy so many more shares of this stock. You can bring your average cost so much lower. And if you continue to regularly buy this stock, then over a year's period, you're going to have a very nice average, and you're going to have a decent amount of shares that you're eventually going to make a ton of money off of in the next preceding years. And so when you're looking at a stock like this isn't a stock that you buy once or twice. This is a stock that you have to continue to accumulate. It is a startup company. This is not a stock that has well-established presence in the stock market where you can buy it one time and maybe you'll never see that share price again. This is a startup company that is going to be extremely volatile. It is going to move on macroeconomic news. It's going to move on microeconomic news. It is going to move a lot because it's a startup. And so the one thing that we really need to see for this stock specifically is revenues. And so when the next quarterly filing comes out, the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is seeing a quarter over quarter increase in revenues, and that's all I want to see. That is the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, because if I'm starting to see the revenues start to pick up, then I know that this company is heading in the right direction, and that means I want to buy more shares, because long term this is extremely attractive valuations, and you are going to make a ton of money if you are buying at these levels. Remember how big of a shareholder base this company has. Remember the big names who are associated with this company, not just from the management side, from all the athletes, the artists that these guys are signing. These are incredibly gifted stars who have made tons of money in their respective sports or their music, and now they are on this platform. And as time passes, more and more people are going to come over to Humbl, because it is going to be the new modern way to bank. Instead of going into your traditional bank, you have this digital bank that offers digital ETXs that will bundle up digital assets for you and make money as investments. You'll have the ability to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. You'll have the ability to send your money to some relative in Paraguay and get money back from them in cryptocurrencies. You'll be able to buy and sell NFTs from major athletes, major movie stars, major artists, musicians. everything out there is showing that this company is taking over a lot of different verticals that all relate to the digital economy. I'm young enough to know this is where the world is heading, and I'm old enough to know that the stock that we're looking at right now is going to be a diamond moving forward. And so if you have that same type of mentality as me, then you know that these are great levels to be buying this stock. What I also wanted to go over technically with the stock is when you see a stock consolidate in a range for a certain period of time, what happens is there becomes a key level of support. And so I've mentioned that key level of support, and that was at around 40 cents. So what happens is more experienced traders usually set a stop loss a little bit under that level of support. What happens is on a certain day or a certain moment in time, and that moment in time is right now for Humbl, you'll see a stop loss raid. And what that means is money comes in, shorts the stock, and everybody who had a stop loss at that support loses that bid, and now their price just yanks down. And so that's what we're seeing today, and which is why we're down almost 20%. And so these are the type of days where you are nearing a bottom on a stock. This may as well be the bottom that we see on Humbl, but if this isn't, we are very close to it. So if you got money, make sure you're buying, and if you don't have money, find some and make sure you're buying some, because if you're in this stock already, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be buying at these levels. And so I just wanted to make an update on these two plays because my eyes are heavy on IGEN and my eyes are heavy on Humbl. Eventually I want Humbl to be my biggest holding, but in the meantime I know that Humbl is a longer term hold and I'm going to have ample opportunity to accumulate, whereas with IGEN I believe there's going to be a lot more short term catalysts that will swing the price, and that is how I'm playing both of these stocks. Yes, I didn't cover the rest of our explosive penny stocks because I want to just dial in on these two, especially during a time when a lot of people are selling shares just to claim capital losses. And so if you guys enjoyed this quick update video on both of these stocks, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so the merriest Christmas gift y'all can give Dummy Boy is subscribing and liking this video. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I'm very grateful for each and every single one of you. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.